You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. Verge Ausberry, the executive deputy AD, also in charge of football scheduling. On a day where LSU and SMU announced a future home-and-home schedule for 2028-2029. Verge, good enough to join us for a couple of minutes here. How are you, sir?
Hey, Matt, how you doing today? Doing well.
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Okay, how long have you been working on this?
I've been working on it for a while. You know, you have to remember, Matt, you look back where our schedule was. We lost the Oklahoma series. That was a home-and-home we had. And when they became a conference team, we lost that game. So we've been working out there trying to get games to reschedule those games. We had Houston and playing University of Houston next year, 2027, and we play in 2028 SMU in a home and home. Been working on those deals, trying to get those situated. The things we were afraid of, Matt, to go out there schedule too early because you didn't know you could have 8 or 9 games. That's why we're very slow on future scheduling right now. And until that's determined by the ADs and presidents here, whenever they have those meetings, we'll determine where we're going to be at in the future schedule.
First, can you elaborate a little bit on the future with an 8 or 9 game schedule, what that might mean for the non-conference process?
Well, the non-conference process, it'll definitely change our philosophy a little bit. And that's why I think Coach Kelly, Scott Keller, and I get together and try to figure out how we want to go on with future scheduling. Austin Thomas also. To determine how we're going with future scheduling, how many, Power 5 teams you play, your non-conference schedule, where you put the teams at. And, also, Matt, what we make sure is that LSU always has 7 home games. We can't fall to that 6 home game number. So that's the thing that's important to us in this process. And we just wait until that gets determined. We've been working on it and going through different scenarios, who we play. If we go to play 5 home games in the SEC part of 4. So those are things we've been working on.
Verge, if they do go to a 9-game schedule, and you may not know the answer to this, it's fine if not, but if they do go to a 9-game schedule, is the expectation that there will still be the requirement for a Power 5 non-conference opponent?
I feel that will be in place. I think TV would pretty much dictate that to us, but I can't see them dropping that requirement. A few schools automatically have those right now. If you look at Georgia, you look at Florida, you look at South Carolina, they have that in Kentucky. They automatically have that Power 4 opponent built in. So
I know you've explained this before where right now you schedule a Power 5 or a Power 4, I guess, so like 2 mid-level G5s and then typically an FCS. Those are the 4 non-conference. If it goes to 9, what changes there? Do you drop the FCS? Do you drop one of the G5s? What changes?
You probably drop this is our philosophy, Matt. We want to play every school in the state of Louisiana and keep those schools as good on the rotation. That's good for us as a state. We're the flagship. It's good for all of our schools in the state of Louisiana. So we definitely want to keep that going in the state rotation. And we probably just drop another one of those non-conference games, and it determines if the FCS or FBS school will be playing that year. But we want to play the schools in the state of Louisiana in our region, and that's where we want to focus at with our future scheduling.
Got it. So if it allows, you would continue to play the in-state FCS with Nichols, Grambling, Southern, Southeastern, if allowed. Okay.
Northwestern is correct.
Northwestern State, sure. Okay. Verge Ausberry is with us here. I know another thing I get asked a lot, Verge, is week 1, playing the marquee game on week 1 as opposed to week 2, and maybe having a layup, so to speak, week 1. What's the thought there on how you all approach that?
We look at everything right now, Matt, and week 0 games are in play also. We hadn't discussed that in the past, but in the future with the new scheduling formats and what's coming out, we might do a week 0 game every once in a while. So we have everything on the table right now, and that's what we're pretty much doing, just trying to focus on how this thing is going to look here in the future, how the scheduling is going to look, and how the changes are going to take place. So we be prepared for it. We want to give our team, as you know, LSU the biggest advantage going into these type of games.
Verge, by the way, what is the week 0 requirement to be able to play on week 0?
The team has to be either playing Hawaii, one of the rule things there is playing overseas an international game, something of that nature, to play the week 0 game.
So if you don't have Hawaii or an international game, how can you play week 0? Or is
most of them do have it on their schedule. They have it on their schedule, and those are the teams we're figuring out how to do it with, and getting those teams in here. We work with TV on that, and work with our contacts on getting those type of teams in here who are playing those type of games to bring them into the Tiger Stadium.
So not necessarily that LSU would be playing Hawaii or an international game, but
no, the other team, other team.
So would it be that you could play week 0 against them if they were on Hawaii, if they play Hawaii or an international game at any point during the schedule, or does it have to be like the next week?
No, the next week, the week 0. That's where I have to keep it at.
Okay.
That's the teams that want to play the week 0 game.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So they would be. I'm sorry. I don't mean to belabor the point. I just want to make sure I understand. So LSU would be playing a team week 0, and the opponent would be at some point on the schedule playing Hawaii or international.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's so like if someone played Hawaii in week 10, you could still schedule that team.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Okay. I didn't realize that. Fantastic. All right. Well, yeah, man. Let's load up the WAC schedule. Let's see what we got. Let's bring them on in here, man. Excuse me. Another one is the game in Dallas. Is that going to be is it going to be an on-campus game for SMU, or is it going to be played at Jerry World?
We talked to the athletic director about that, and there's a possibility that game could be in Jerry's World. We don't want to talk about that too early, but that's something we left open in the contract where that game could be. Their stadium was 40,000-seat stadium, so we understand, both of us understand that could be a marquee game in Dallas, and if it presents itself, we would like to play a game in Jerry's World.
How does the revenue get split on that, Verge, when you go play a true road game?
That's what we have to determine. Because right now we have it split as a home and home. I think we left it in the contract when it gets to that time. We'll look at the revenue, how much we can generate, ticket sales, and those type of things to make a difference in payment.
But it would be an SMU home game, and they would give you a distribution, whatever would be contractually.
Correct. That's their home game.
Is there any consideration, Verge? Because when you play those, you've told me this before. You may know the number off the top of your head, but like when you go play a neutral site, like this last year against Southern Cal. That's like you just show up and you get a check, right? And it's a big payout. Like I don't know, do you know the number offhand? What you all got to play the Southern Cal game?
$5 million plus to play that game.
Okay, so LSU just shows up, gets a check for $5 million. I would assume you're not going to get $5 million to play the game at SMU.
No. That's their home game. That's a home and home we did. They're coming back here to play the game. We play the first game here, and then we go there. So it's a home and home. So no, it won't be a payout like that.
So the idea is you get it's effectively a wash because you'll get the plus side of the home game and then lesser in the return trip.
Correct. We'll pay them about $750 for them to come here, and then we go there. It's a home game for them, but we try to be playing in Jerry's World. Then that's a different number. We'll start looking at how many tickets we sell, portion of the stadium, things of that nature.
Okay. Do you all have those conversations, Verge, because of the revenue share era in who you decide to schedule and where you play these games?
No, not really. Not because of that. This here is what's best for our team and the team we have coming back, and how we can get ourselves in preparation for the playoffs. We don't look at it as the rev sharing part of it. That's not part of it. But we would like to play the neutral site games. It's a big payout, but like our fan base, they want to see the home and homes also. So I said this many times back before. We're going to play neutral site. We're going to play home and homes when it's smart for us to do it, and we have to make sure that we get on the right years. And if you go to a 9-game schedule, that really changes it up a little bit. So you have to be very, very careful how you schedule those things. That's why, Matt, we've slowed down a lot on our process and how we do this future scheduling, because we don't know what we're going to get yet. As soon as we know those type of things and get direction, all of us will be able to schedule and go out with future schedules in a better way.
Verge, last thing, and I always appreciate your time. Is there any idea of a timeline on when the league may come to some decision on future scheduling model?
I think they're close. I think they're getting close. I think there's some more details need to be worked out at the conference office, and once that's done, hopefully we know here quickly. But it really holds us up in scheduling. You don't want to go out there and schedule your 4 non-conference games and they tell you, okay, you have 9 games. Now you end up most schools buying their way out of these contracts, and we don't want to do that. And those are things, we put in those contracts now, we could be released from them, but you don't want to go out there and schedule somebody you don't have to. So we're trying to make sure that we have the future schedule set in place. We used to, Matt, a while back, used to have the schedule set for 5 to 10 years out. Now it's pretty much been year by year. So the more direction we get from the conference on that, the better we'll be in our future schedule.
Is that game in Ireland going to happen? I'm ready to swipe Gordy's credit card, Verge. I'm ready to go to Ireland on Gordy's dime.
Yeah, that has to be beneficial to us. That's the whole thing I tell people on that game. That's something that Coach talked about. It's a possibility. Right now, all options are available to us. That's the good part about it.
All right, Gordy, I'm staying at the Four Seasons. Whenever we go to Ireland, we're doing it big, and it's all on your dime. Verge Ausberry, appreciate it. Thanks always for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Matt.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.